the 22nd of September 2017, and here's Double Wicket Maiden, the cricket news bulletin show on Bizz 99.9 FM Substitute Radio. I'm your presenter for today, Chukka Wilson. Here's what's been making news in the cricketing world. With the titular Australian captain Meg Lanning out for the entire 2017-18 summer due to a serious shoulder injury, the substitute captain in the meantime has been named as Rachael Hayes. She had captained Australia during the Women's World Cup in England over the winter. This summer could not be more important for Australian women's cricket, with the need to capitalise on the impressive Big Bash League from last season and the multi-format Ashes series against England, which will include the first ever Ashes day-night test match. Quote, "To be named captain of your country, particularly in such a big series like the Ashes, is a huge honour. It's going to be a really exciting series. I think the multi-format point system in particular doesn't favour either team. So to win the Ashes, you genuinely have to be the best team across all three formats." End quote. Hayes is 30 years old, has played 3 tests, 36 one-day internationals, and 27 2020 internationals. Although typically an upper order batter that comes in at 3 or 4, she has never scored a century for the green and gold, and her averages are not that high. The only major alternative choice for captain within the Australian team would have been Alex Blackwell, who is much more experienced in international cricket than Hayes, has a resume of accomplishments far longer than she does, but is aged 34 and can't be that far away from retirement. The Australian selectors seem to be thinking that when Lanning comes back next season and resumes her captaincy, they'll want Hayes to resume her role as vice-captain, and so it makes much more sense to promote the deputy to sheriff in the latter's temporary absence. The second one-day international between England and the West Indies, played at Trent Bridge, has been rained out without a result possible. The West Indies won the toss and elected to bowl first, and England were 21 for none in the third over before the rain came, which halted and then ended the match. In the second one-day international between India and Australia, played at Kolkata, India have pulled off another comfortable victory, this time by 50 runs. India won the toss and elected to bat, getting bowled out in the last ball of their innings for 252. The 2 batsmen to reach half centuries were Kohli with 92 and Rahane with 55, those two making a 121 run partnership. But the Indian middle and lower order was unable to fully capitalise on the platform that they'd been given, finding themselves unable to take complete control of the bowling attack, scoring not enough runs and losing too many wickets. For the Australian bowlers, Nathan Coulter-Nile took 3 for 51 and Kane Richardson took 3 for 55. In reply, Australia got off to a very bad start, going to 2 for 9 with both openers out, but then a 76-run partnership between Steve Smith and Travis Head got their innings underway, but shortly thereafter there was a middle order collapse, losing 4 wickets for just 10 runs, and Australia went from being 4 for 138 to 8 for 148. It was only thanks to some late order hitting by Marcus Stoinis, who scored 62 not out from 65 balls, that the Australian total was pushed up to the 200 run mark. And that's been the news for this episode. This has been Double Wicket Maiden, the cricket news bulletin show for the 22nd of September 2017. I'm Chukka Wilson, and you're listening to Bizz 99.9 FM Substitute Radio. Until the next cricket news bulletin, remember to cock your wrists, play with soft hands, and don't let your centre of gravity go off balance.